Still in pain. Probably upload this later. But I'm reading you my magazines I just got. So, we were on Jennifer and Courtney. Or Jen and Courtney. They want to spend more time together, says a pal of both women. And the best way to do that is to work together. Courtney has headlines, a few series, most notable Cougar Town, and Jen recently said that TV is where the quality is, as they look for a project that could be a limited run series. They're wary of doing a full-on comedy where they might be associated with their friends. Personnels. Senate Insider. They want something a little darker but with comedy elements. They're giddy at the person of cost again. Series Rule of Silence. After life in a fishbowl with Tom, Kate is teaching Siri that is the best policy, says a source. Many Hollywood stars talk about keeping their private lives private, but Kate Holmes really means it, and succeeds, says she asked her 10-year-old daughter, Suri, to stay mom on Mom's Love Life as well. Kate, whose 3-year relationship with James Fox has been so quiet they've barely stepped out in public together, set Suri down and explained that it needs to remain their secret. The grip is great, but that's not all. I showed you. Cute little doggy in the picture. Strand and Suffolk. It was chilly indoors as well as a Sundance, as Rooney and Riley clearly can't stand each other, says a source. They're both fine actresses, but it would have taken Meryl Streep's level talent to hide the tension between Riley and Rooney at the Sundance Film Festival. In Utah to premiere their drama The Discoverer, the actresses were actively avoiding eye contact with each other, and Rooney particularly did nothing to hide her dismay for Riley. Jessica Penny pitching mogul. Jessica Alba's worth an estimate of $400 million. My child said $340 million. A source says she's keeping tabs on every dollar. The actress and host company has gotten a reputation in her circle as a cheapskate, shares an insider. She's swimming in money, but she gets no joy from a casual splaying. She stacks up on coupons and proud sales, and she doesn't tip especially well when she goes out. She won't let even her closet mommy pals have any honest company freebies. Jessica's husband, producer Cash Warren, wishes she would ease up. He spends much more freely than her, says the source. She's gone so far as to put him on a weekly allowance. They've argued about it, but she makes most of her money, so she feels justified. Jessica wears her furry lounge a badge of honor. Jessica had a modest upbringing, says the source, and she hates the way Hollywood stars waste money. So I half agree and half don't agree. I think it's a good idea to save your money and try to save it up for things you want, but I think you should pay a decent tip, or at least a good tip. I'm still new at tips, so don't ask me how to tip because I'm not good at it yet, because I was never taught, but I'm learning. I'm telling my grandma to teach me how to tip right because I don't understand it. but I do think you should tip your waiters and waitresses. And if you don't know how to tip, ask somebody for help. Like, say you don't have to use the money. Like, I'll pay the tip, but you gotta teach me how to do the tip. So someone taught me, because I always think it's included. For some reason, I always generally think, hey, they should have this included. For some reason, I think they should already include the waitress and waitresses and everybody in what you already pay, but then I realized they don't do that, which I thought was what they did. But I do think, like, maybe you could spend here and there on something fun every once in a while, but yeah, don't spend it to the point that you're never having money or you're buying stuff that you can't afford. Now, if you can afford it, it's different, and depending, you may or may not need certain things. Like, hey, if you could afford a new bed right away, get a new bed. Like, I'm waiting on a new bed. But that's because too many things have happened in the past lately. Bella and Kendall, mill high mess. You're expecting tidy from these global tidy best friends. Bella and Kendall may look impeccable on the catwalk, but they leave a lot of litter in their wake. On a recent private flight, a source tells OK the supermodels acted like super slobs, scattering empty packages of chips, nuts, and dried fruit all over, along with spilled cans of soda. As for the bathroom, it looked like a bomb had hit it, says the tippers. Tip. I can't even say that, sorry. There was makeup and dirty tissues everywhere. They've even written messages on the mirrors and lipstick. The crew had their work cut out for them. Kendall and Bella did nothing to help clean up, added the source. It was a pretty disgusting sight, and they made no apologies. Sorry, not sorry. Well, okay. Yeah. So, I don't agree that they should leave a giant mess all over the plane. I get it. You hire these people, and yeah, you want to relax, but you shouldn't purposely make a mess. Now, if you make a mess and you didn't mean to, try to pick it up, and if you can't, ask for help. But really, I mean, I used to be a slob, and I'm working on not being it, but if it wasn't my house, I would try to make sure I clean it up, and if I couldn't get it, I would ask for some help. Like, even now, sorry, my nose is really itchy. Even now, if I can't pick something up, and I know it's going to be there, ask my grandma, can you please help me? And she's willing to help me. And hey, just because these people work on these planes and you think they work for you, doesn't mean they want to clean up every mess you make. I mean, really? Excuse me. I'd be annoyed too. Like, really? I don't even know how old they are, but you look old enough to take care of yourself. Now, if you were a little kid like my daughter's age, that'd be a different story. I would hope you would pick up after yourself, and I would understand if you didn't, because you're a little kid who thinks, oh, everyone can do stuff for me. But usually, when you're their age, you shouldn't be doing that. And yeah, it's your vacation, you should enjoy it and relax, but at the same time, don't make a giant mess for somebody else to clean up. What the heck am I watching? Oh, Monsters University's on. Oh wait, no, I want to keep it on. Actually, I mean, I don't know if I'll watch the whole thing because I'm gonna go eat soon, but don't make a giant mess. I mean, really, just be polite. Like, if you make a tiny bit of a mess, maybe they wouldn't mind picking it up, but don't purposely make a mess. It drives people crazy. Just because we work differently for our money doesn't mean we want to clean up your mess. Like, just because you're supermodels and we're cleaning up the flight, or we're flight attendants, or whatever your job is, just because you think you're above everyone doesn't mean you are. One day you could be down at their level. Actually, their level's pretty high. I appreciate anyone who works, because I understand that working's not easy, and one day I would love to work at a job. Or some type of job. I mean, I've been looking into medical photography for, freelance, military, and, oh gosh, it's this crime scene one. I can never say it right. Outside Season 2, a private screening event. America's Hottest Series is back. Beverly Hills celebrities and a Hollywood influence gather at Real Eye screening room. Oh, and another thing. I hate to say it, but I don't know if they grew up cleaning up after their messes. Some people, if you never cleaned up after your messes, don't know how to do it. So maybe someone needs to teach them. I don't know. I don't really watch the Kardashians too often. I've watched a few episodes, but I don't know. I've never had money, so when I see some ways that people use their money, it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Food's here. So it could be just they didn't grow up like that. Ooh. Stars cut them in gorgeous sidewalks. I guess these are like, ooh, that's a good girly shell. That's pretty. So sometimes people don't grow up like that and they don't understand how to do it. I mean, I hate to say it, but you never know. Like, I grew up where we had to do the dishwasher, we had to do the laundry, we had to clean them out. I had to scrub a bathtub with just water and bleach with a scrub brush on my hands and knees. So I've cleaned up things in my lifetime, so I know how it is annoying to clean up after people's messes. I had to clean up after my cat's kittens who would poop and pee everywhere, and it was really, really gross. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go eat some dinner.